The spiritual journey is the unlearning of fear and the acceptance of love. The spiritual journey is often misunderstood as a path of acquiring something new, more knowledge, more discipline, more enlightenment, more power. But in truth, spirituality is not about adding, it is about subtracting. It is not about becoming something else. It is about returning to what we have always been. And at its heart, this return can be described in a simple yet profound way: the unlearning of fear and the acceptance of love. From a spiritual perspective, fear is not our natural state. Love is. Fear is learned through conditioning, through experiences of pain, rejection, comparison, insecurity, and survival. As children, we enter the world open, curious, and connected. Over time, we are taught to protect ourselves. We learn to fear loss, failure, judgment, abandonment, and even our own inadequacy. Slowly, fear becomes a lens through which we interpret life. The spiritual journey begins the moment we question that lens. Spiritually, fear is seen as a product of the ego, the part of the mind that believes it is separate, vulnerable, and alone. The ego's primary function is protection. It scans for danger. It compares, judges, competes, and defends. It whispers thoughts such as, "I am not enough. I might lose what I have. I must control everything. I cannot trust others." These beliefs create tension, anxiety, and resistance. They make life feel like a battlefield rather than a sacred experience. But spirituality teaches that fear is not who we are. It is something we learn to survive. It is a mental pattern, not a spiritual truth. To unlearn fear does not mean we will never feel afraid. It means we stop identifying with fear as our core reality. We begin to see it as a passing state rather than our foundation. If fear is learned, then what is our original state? Love, not romantic love, not emotional attachment, but a deeper spiritual love. A love that expresses itself as compassion, unity, patience, kindness, and presence. A love that sees interconnectedness instead of separation. A love that trusts life instead of resisting it. Many spiritual traditions describe this love as the essence of the soul, the nature of God, or the foundation of consciousness itself. It is the quiet peace beneath the noise of thought. It is the stillness behind reaction. It is the gentle awareness that observes without judgment. To accept love spiritually is not to create it, it is to stop resisting it. The unlearning of fear is gradual and often uncomfortable. It requires awareness. We must first recognize where fear governs our choices. In relationships where we avoid vulnerability, in careers where we choose safety over purpose, in conflicts where pride outweighs compassion, in self-talk that criticizes rather than encourages. Spiritual growth asks us to pause and question, is this choice coming from fear or from love? Fear tightens, love expands, fear controls, love allows, fear separates, love connects. Each moment becomes an opportunity to choose differently. This does not mean ignoring pain or pretending everything is positive. It means meeting pain with openness rather than resistance. It means replacing judgment with understanding. It means forgiving not because others deserve it, but because we deserve peace. Every time we choose love over fear, even in small ways, we rewrite our inner programming. Acceptance of love also requires surrender. Fear thrives on control. It wants certainty, guarantees, and predictability. Love, however, trusts the flow of life. To accept love spiritually is to trust that life is unfolding for growth, not against us. It is to believe that challenges are teachers. It is to rest in the present moment instead of obsessing over past regrets or future anxieties. Surrender does not mean passivity. It means releasing resistance. It means allowing what is, while responding with wisdom rather than panic. When fear loosens its grip, peace naturally arises. One of the greatest arenas for unlearning fear is relationships. Relationships expose our insecurities, attachments, and defenses. a mirror where we still operate from fear. We may fear abandonment, so we cling. We may fear rejection, so we withdraw. We may fear inadequacy, so we compete. Spiritual maturity invites us to replace these reactions with love, vulnerability instead of avoidance, honesty instead of manipulation, compassion instead of blame. As we unlearn fear in relationships, we experience deeper connection, not because others change, but because we do. Silence plays a powerful role in this journey. Through meditation, reflection, or mindful awareness, we begin to observe our thoughts. We notice how often fear-based thinking dominates the mind, but in stillness something deeper is revealed, a quiet presence untouched by fear. When we rest in that awareness, we realize that fear is noise on the surface. Beneath it is spaciousness, calm, and love. The more we return to this inner stillness, the less power fear holds. Choosing love is not always easy. It requires courage. It may mean forgiving when pride resists. It may mean trusting when doubt feels safer. It may mean stepping into purpose when fear urges retreat. But each act of love strengthens our alignment with our true nature. Gradually, fear becomes less dominant, not because it disappears completely, but because love becomes stronger. And as love expands within us, our perception of life changes. We feel more connected, more grounded, more whole. The spiritual journey is not about reaching a distant enlightenment. It is about remembering what has always been true. We were never meant to live imprisoned by fear. Fear was a temporary teacher. Love is our eternal home. To unlearn fear is to peel away the layers of conditioning. To accept love is to return to our essence. And when love becomes the foundation of our thinking, our relationships, and our actions, life transforms not because the world has changed, but because we have remembered who we are. The spiritual journey, then, is not a path toward becoming something new. It is the sacred process of releasing fear and allowing love to lead.